Read between the lines, it's Mandy and Deb. Books, bold opinions, and things that we've read. Pour up a glass, spill all the tea. Dark romance or rom-com spree. Read between the wines, where every sip comes with a plot twist.
Welcome back to Read Between the Wines with Mandy and Deb. I'm Mandy.
And I'm Deb. And guess who we got today joining us? It's our dad.
It's Dad.
Hi.
Hi, Dad.
Don't
Hello,
look so
girls.
excited.
I am excited. I'm very excited for this.
We are too. We found a book that everybody could read.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
This
So
was a
Oh, I
great
should
read.
go for that, right?
What?
Tell everybody how I liked it.
Yeah, wait for that.
Okay.
We're going to get into it.
We'll
All
get
right.
there. Welcome to 2026, everybody. Episode
Yes.
1
Happy
of
New Year.
2026. Our
Happy
first
New Year.
guest, our dad.
I know. And
First
our first
guy.
episode. So exciting.
I'm honored.
You should
You
be.
should be. This is going to be very interesting,
It's
everybody.
going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
So, real quick before we do a little chit chat, we will be talking about Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir.
Mm-hmm.
Very good book. We are taking a very, very hard left turn from what we read at the end of
Yes.
2025 into the sci-fi category.
Could
So-
you imagine if anybody clicks on this episode and is like, they have their dad on to talk about smut? It was bad
Nope.
enough watching Game of Thrones with you, Dad.
Really?
True story.
That wasn't-
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few spots where it was, but it wasn't like, porno.
It
We
kind of
would-
was.
It was, and we would watch that like sitting on the couch together, and I would know like what is coming up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to go to the bathroom.
I would
I
just
just need
pretend
to
like
leave the
Dad
room.
isn't there.
No, I was like, I'm just gonna excuse myself.
Oh my God.
Ay.
No, this will be a family friendly episode. Well, maybe not the
Yes.
language, but the content.
Right?
I'm going to keep it clean.
We might not.
Yeah.
Does everybody have a beverage for today?
Got my Prosecco Wecky.
I've got her Prosecco Wecky. I've got my Kim Crawford Sauvy B.
I have a nice vintage all-day IPA. I'm not a wine
Vintage.
drinker.
No wine?
That's okay.
No, I don't drink wine.
Whatever.
It's all right. I brought White Claws on. We'll allow it.
Just
There
for
we
you,
go.
Dad.
Oh, in my
Cheers.
Father of the Bride koozie.
Ah, how
Aw.
cute.
Well, figure I'm father of my
Mhm.
brides here, so
Mhm. Yeah.
that
True.
works.
It's appropriate. How was everyone's Christmas?
It was good.
Very good.
It was snowy.
Not here.
Pass.
I went to New Jersey and I saw my in-laws, so it was very fun.
We stayed here in the nice warm weather.
It was warm too. It's beautiful.
Yeah, what was it? It was like almost 70 degrees on
Yeah.
Christmas Day, wasn't it?
High 60s.
Gary was cursing everybody. He's like, I hate
'Cause
it
we're all-
here.
We're all texting. I'm going, oh boy, it's so beautiful here.
And I'm over here like, it snowed. It's so pretty. And he's like, I hate this weather. I
Ew.
can't stand it.
Well,
Yeah.
there's plenty
I
of
don't
room.
blame him.
Plenty of room back down here.
Yeah, they just keep making more room. Sometimes I'm kind of
Yeah.
like, stop building houses. But then, you would have nothing to sell.
That's true. Yeah, if
All
anyone's looking for a house down in the Wilmington, North Carolina area, come by Johnny's houses.
We had some funny names for him. Of course, I can't think of them now that we were like, Yeah.
You don't need a selfie of Dad. You have the
No.
perfect photo of Dad.
Oh, yeah. I'll use.
Yep.
Oh, the
I'll
one
use
on the
Johnny,
phone?
the Johnny Bag of
Johnny's.
Donuts one. Yeah. Okay.
Johnny
Perfect.
Bag of Donuts.
You guys will know exactly what photo we're talking about when it's
Yeah.
posted
When you
because
see the thumbnail,
it's perfect. It's
it is perfect.
All right. One last thing I
Unless
have
he
to do.
vetoes this, then we'll just
Nah.
cut this whole thing out and you won't see it.
All good.
And how about New Year's? How was everybody's New Year's?
good.
Good.
Quiet.
Very quiet. Yes.
Had dinner with neighbors, and then we all went to the clubhouse for the ball drop. And within 5 minutes, everyone was gone.
Yeah. Dean and I watched a documentary,
What'd you watch?
a history documentary, because you know my son.
My gosh.
Oh, yeah.
He's so cute.
Yeah.
Was it World
so
War
that's what he
II?
did. It was not. It was a 9/11 one that we watched.
Okay.
And I'm like, really? On New Year's we have to watch this? Okay.
Sure.
That's what floats your boat, Dean.
I was asleep by 11:30. Barely made it.
Wow. The
Yep.
youngest one here, and she was in bed. Neither of us were.
Sure was.
Well, good for you.
Gary was like, "You've got a half hour left," and I was like,
I know,
don't care. I'm tired."
I texted you all, and Gary answered me, but you didn't.
Yeah, because I was passed out.
I texted her too. And actually, I think I texted you like around 11:30. Like, are you still
Yeah.
up? I got no response. I'm like, nope, she's a goner. All right. What do you say? Because I think we have a lot to talk about with
Yes.
this book because it was very
True.
good. Again,
Mhm.
we are
Indeed.
going to be talking about Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, soon to be a major motion picture coming out in
Yep.
March, which I'm definitely going to go see because it was very good. The book
I have
was
some
anyway.
opinions.
Oh, she's got some opinions. Well,
I
it
have
wouldn't be an
some
episode if Deb didn't have opinions.
Indeed. Oh, and spoiler alert. This is a full spoiler alert for this episode. We are not splitting it up. There's too much.
Yeah. We're not doing nope. If you're here and you don't care, then stay. If you
Right.
want to read this book or see the movie, come back later because we're just going to do a full spoiler chat about this today.
Yep.
So, Dad, would you like to give us a very quick run through of what this book is about? We don't have to go into
You mean
details,
like
but just like a
okay.
quick synopsis.
All right. Well, scientists figure out that basically Earth is dying because the sun is getting dimmer. They have to figure out why and to save the Earth. So they send a crew in a ship out to a neighboring star. And they have to figure out why that star is not affected the same way our star is and send results back so that we can save the planet.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
quick, very quick.
That is a quick non-spoiler. So that's the
High
only non-spoilers you get.
Correct. Now you may all exit.
Yes. Bye, everybody. See you when you read the book or see the movie. So this is very different than anything Deb and I have ever read. I've never read anything sci-fi before. I've watched a lot of sci-fi movies, but I've never read a sci-fi book.
Yep.
So not our usual genre, probably why we needed to bring Dad on because Dad, what did you think about it?
I don't read sci-fi at all. I don't know anything about sci-fi.
Okay.
Okay.
You're definitely
Says the man with the
Right.
Star Trek hat on.
Right. We grew up watching Star Trek, Star Wars, all of that. So
What did I think? I loved this book. I loved this book because it not only was it science fiction, but it had a lot of science stuff in it. You know, the way different chemicals react and just really neat stuff that I enjoy reading about because, like you guys say, I'm the nerdy guy, but I enjoyed it. But there was also a lot of, suspense and action, and there was some funny parts in it too. So it touched all the bases for me. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
When Deb started listening to it and said, really, you need to read it, I was like, okay, if she likes it, then I think I will also like it. And then when we both hit a certain point, we're like, Dad will love this.
Yes. And this was a recommendation, once again, from Jordan, who has
Jeez.
not failed in, she has not failed in the books. She has not failed in the wine. She is 10 out of 10 great recommendations. Thank you, Jordan.
She'll have to give me a
again,
beer
Jordan.
recommendation.
I don't know that she can give you a beer recommendation, but we will ask Tyler.
So what about this book makes it a top read for us? Because for me, I really, really enjoyed this book. It took me a long time to get through because it's not my typical genre, but I had fun every minute that I was reading it.
Yeah.
But it just took me a little bit longer than both of you. I think what pulled me into it was the humor with Ryland and just talking to himself and this, robot that he had at the beginning before Rocky comes along on the ship. I was like, this is just
nanny bot.
This is so funny.
Yeah. I actually thought that this is something that Dad would say if he was ever on a ship going somewhere.
Oh.
I was like, this is giving Dad.
No, and I mean, I like this book. I generally don't like the format that this book was written in, the back and forth, thinking back, I'm remembering past stuff and then coming back and forth to real time. But I didn't seem to mind it at all on this one, the way it was just written very well. I didn't mind it at all. So,
and it really worked for moving the story along with what he remembers and then what he does next. And then towards the end, when he remembers, I didn't even want to be here. It was like, we're kind of jumping ahead, but we're going to talk about all of it.
that was a stunner.
Yeah. I liked that while they have the science and the technical terms and all of that, you don't need to be a scientist to read this, obviously. You can just read the words and be like, okay, they're doing science things now. And I don't really need to know what's going on. They're going to give me the outcome and it's okay.
Right. We don't need to know the engineering behind everything and all of that.
Right.
I liked it for the science aspect because I could catch on a little bit of it. But I loved Rocky the most.
Yeah.
I loved Rocky the most. Once we got to that part, I was like, I'm invested. So good.
So to take people through the very beginning of this book, Ryland, our main character, Ryland Grace, he wakes up on a spaceship from a coma, a medically induced coma, because he's on this very long journey to...
But he doesn't know he's on a spaceship.
Right.
He's got amnesia.
He doesn't know where he is.
Right. I was getting to that. God.
Sorry.
We're going to let Dad drive this ship.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Continue. I won't interrupt.
So Ryland has amnesia. He has no clue where he is, why he's doing what he's doing. And little by little, his memory is coming back. And he is, okay, this is why I'm here. And this is kind of what's going on. And also, he wakes up with 2 dead crew members, which was super morbid for the beginning of a book.
Jump scare.
Yeah. At what point, Dad, were you like, I'm hooked on this book?
I don't know. Probably after like 3 or 4 chapters, because the first 3 or 4 chapters, I would read maybe a chapter a day. I'd be like, it's good. It's good. But once I started to get into it, where he figured out where he's going, what he's got to do, the rest of the book I finished in 2 days. Boom. I mean, I probably did 3/4 of the book in 2 days,
Wow.
which is a lot for me. I mean,
It's okay. It's a lot
I'm
for me
used to
too.
reading, Microsoft manuals and stuff like that. So this was easy.
Real estate books.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I would say when we started to get little snippets of what was happening previously before he got on this ship, and then,
Right.
some of the flashbacks that I was kind of like, who is this person? Why is he on it? Like, is he the lab rat that just they needed somebody on the ship to see if they're going to survive? But once we figured out, who he is, he's a teacher, he has his PhD, he's a doc, he's got all of the things and he's super smart. And, that just kind of took off for me. I was like, oh, wow.
Right.
So,
Yeah. I think same thing when we're going into flashbacks and he's remembering he knows he's a teacher. He knows that he teaches science and he hasn't forgotten any of like the hardcore memory things. It's just
Right.
his most recent that he can't remember.
Right.
So from that, I'm like, okay, clearly, yes, he has a reason to be here because he's helping them figure out why the sun
Right.
is dying.
Mhm.
Which I thought was really cool, reading through his experiments and figuring out what do they call astrophage?
Astrophage,
Astrophage,
Right.
yeah. Which I thought
Astrophage.
was really cool. So he figures out, through memory and what's on the ship, and he can discern, okay, this is my mission now. He gets to the neighboring star, Tau Ceti, right?
Tau
Is that
Ceti.
how we're pronouncing it?
Mhm.
Tau Ceti.
And at Tau Ceti, there seems to be something else there. Was it Blip A or Blip B? I
Blip
can't
A.
remember.
Another
Blip A.
ship.
Okay.
Right.
And
It's another
honestly, I will. Yeah, go ahead, Dad.
There's another ship, but the instruments on board just detect it as Blip A.
Right.
So that's what he calls it.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Is when Rocky's like, why did you name your ship? And Dr. Grace is like, that's just what you do. And he's like, do you name the chair in your ship? Like,
Yeah.
what? This book was so funny. Like, caught me off guard how funny this book was.
It was. It was funny, but I have to be honest, when we got there and I'm like, I'm like, okay, alien ship. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. No, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like this because I'm usually not that kind of like the book. And this is what I was thinking then. This is not what I think now. But I'm like, they're building this story up to be like semi-realistic with like, this could actually happen and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, aliens. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, because yes.
What, you don't think there's aliens out there?
You don't think there's aliens?
That's a whole nother show.
That's all. Yeah. But I mean, if there is a show to talk about it, this is the one. I mean, I don't know.
It's called X-Files.
Maybe after reading this book, maybe I'm a little bit more of a believer, but I'm glad I pushed through and got over the whole alien thing because yes, Rocky was the absolute best character.
Yeah. I can't believe you don't believe in aliens.
Yes.
I believe in aliens like the astrophage that he discovered and the Talmiba, those kinds of things I believe are real. Like these little tiny,
You don't
not
think there's other beings
intelligent.
out there?
If there are, they haven't been visiting us here, that's for sure.
And they're not going to.
I don't know. Have you been some places? Sometimes I'm like, where are these people from?
Oh, God.
But I digress. So yes, this is when we meet Rocky, when he gets to Tau Ceti and he sees and they're like kind of playing catch for a while.
Yeah.
Right. because they don't know each other's language. They don't know how to communicate. So they're just trying to establish a baseline of communications.
Right.
Mm-hmm. How did that work in the audio, Deb?
So I wish I had told you to listen to it because I think you would have liked it a lot more. Because whoever I forget exactly who narrates it, but our narrator for Project Hail Mary, they had a voice modulator. So for the bits for Rocky, he had a voice modulator that made him sound a little bit more like extraterrestrial.
Like an auto-tune.
Kind of like
Okay.
that. And then when they were trying to figure out their language, it was a lot of pitches as opposed to actual words. And then when we started to get into they actually understand their dialogue together now, that's when like we come back to we're going back and forth between just English, like we're speaking normally.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Okay.
it was really cool how they did it. I have to look it up real quick before we keep going because the narrator for Project Hail Mary was absolutely wonderful, and that was Ray Porter. Did a great job.
Okay.
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
All
and
right.
usually I'm not someone who likes a single narration situation, but he did a wonderful job of doing so.
Well, there really weren't a whole slew of characters either in
No.
this book.
No.
Kind of like Castaway. There wasn't a whole lot. Wasn't a whole lot of other people,
True.
I mean, Strat had a lot to do with it, but other than Strat, Grace, and Rocky.
Yeah.
Strat.
I have to say, I don't remember his name, but one of my favorite characters was the Russian guy.
Is his name Yuri?
I don't remember what his name is,
forget
but I was rolling on the floor when they were talking about like all the energy that they're making and they're doing this on like, this is in a flashback. They're doing it on this like aircraft carrier in the middle of the ocean because they're testing and all the energy that this astrophage produces. And you know, it could equal like a nuclear bomb, the amount of energy that this thing puts out. And I forget verbatim what he says, but he was like, this bomb made by my country, big boom. I'm like,
Big
yes,
boom.
that's so funny. That's hilarious. But it's just the way that the way that he said it, I was like, that's just so how it would be.
And like, yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
So funny.
So I liked that, you know, everybody was coming together. Obviously, this is a world problem to solve this. And the team that went up was, well, Ryland. Right. We'll get to that in a second. But then it was a Russian
engineer
and a Chinese.
Chinese was the commander. Yao,
who unfortunately didn't.
Who's the engineer's name?
Ilyukna, right?
Ilyukna?
Yeah.
Yes. Who unfortunately did not survive the medically induced coma that they were put in.
Neither of them did.
Because apparently not everybody has the gene to survive.
1 in 70,000 people.
Right. So we're going from a pool of volunteers to an even smaller pool of volunteers to go because they needed to be able to survive
Super small.
And they need to have at least some brains to be able to figure out what's going on once they get there.
Correct.
Right. So
and they had to go into the coma because it was going to take so long to get to Tau Ceti.
Right. I was just about to ask you.
Even with the astrophage as fuel and getting close to the speed of light, it was still going to take, 4 years?
Something like that.
I honestly forget like how long. Well, okay. Here's the other thing. 4 years for them. More if you're on
for
Earth.
Us. Correct.
This is where my brain hurts because relativity is hard.
Relativity is hard.
Physics is not my jam.
Physics is not a lot of people's jam.
Yes. The closer you
But
get
it's
to the speed
cool.
of light, the slower time passes. Or
Right.
for you, but
for the
not for the
person
people
right.
standing still.
Correct.
Right. But so what happens when you stop traveling the speed of light? Does all that time catch up with you, or do you just keep going on?
Just keep going on.
Mhm.
Because when you go,
Wow.
did you ever watch Interstellar?
No.
That movie? Okay, that
Mm-mm.
delves into a lot of it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch that.
Yeah.
It's good.
So
It's long.
All right.
yes, very long, but it's all got to do with relativity, speed of light, gravity. All has stuff to do with it. So
Right.
Oh, it just makes my head hurt because I want to understand it, but there's just like something that I can't like. I'm like, it just
it's so
doesn't make
cool.
sense to my pea brain.
You don't have a pea brain. Do you know like how many years it takes to get this type of knowledge?
I know, but on TV they make it look so easy.
They make everything on TV look easy.
I know. Well, let's talk about Rocky. Let's talk about
My favorite.
when you found out that, okay, there's going to be an alien in this story, what did you think?
I almost knew right from the beginning there was going to at least be one alien in it.
Oh, really? I
Oh,
honestly
sure.
had no
You don't go
idea.
into space and not see aliens. I mean, come on. So it didn't throw me that much. I was like, oh, okay, here's the ship now.
Oh, I
There we
really
go.
did not see that coming. I really didn't.
Yeah, so it didn't bother me at all. I
What did you
liked
think of
Rocky,
Rocky?
too. Oh, I liked Rocky.
I liked
I
Rocky
liked
too.
Rocky. He was good the way. I mean, totally different from not humanoid.
Not
You
green
know,
alien, giant
Right,
head.
not like the
Everything- I mean,
big
everything-
long-head
That's what I thought.
alien. Yeah.
everything totally different. But if you read the book, it explains why. I mean, because the environment on Rocky's planet, Arid, is totally different. Immense pressure, ammonia atmosphere. So they develop totally different from humanoids. So
Right.
Yep.
Yes. I thought
I was
mean,
expecting the little green men.
yeah. Well,
Or
Deb,
big green men.
I thought of you when they described how he looked like a spider. I'm like, Deb don't like spiders.
He's got like all these arms coming out.
Yeah. But just so friendly. Like I wouldn't expect I mean, I guess if we're all everything in the universe is, at this point of
Right.
we're all gonna die.
well,
Then-
also you got to figure if I'm smart enough to get into space and travel at the speed of light and go somewhere,
Mm.
I'm not gonna have guns mounted on my ship. I'm like, oh, there's another ship. Let's get them.
Right.
I mean,
That's true.
I did think at one point though, and it was getting towards the end of the book, where I was like, watch Rocky end up being not an ally and watch him be an enemy. And now we've given him all this information, and now he's going to go back to Earth and he's going to blow the whole thing up.
Deb, I honestly thought that same thing on the way home I'm like, saboteur. I'm like, this jerk.
no.
And then I thought about it. I'm like, nah.
Just think about it. I mean, there was nothing on Earth that he would be interested in. It's a totally different environment.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but what if he just is, what if this ended up being a classic alien sci-fi movie where they come to Earth and they're just like, bye.
Bye.
Well, that's the second book.
I don't know what that would be called. Project
Big boom.
Yeah. Yeah, but now if that was coming, we'd know they're coming, and we'd make an astrophage weapon and blast them.
Mhm.
So Rocky turns out to be a brilliant engineer
Brilliant.
and can make, fix, do anything.
Mhm.
Well, let's
And-
also say that. So, Ryland's ship had 3 passengers. 2 of them passed away
Mhm.
because of the
Oh.
medical-induced coma that everybody thought they'd make it through, but still knew it was very dangerous.
Right.
They didn't survive. So Ryland, who was a scientist, but not much of an engineer. Rocky, on his ship, was how many? 46 or something like that? Passengers. There was 46 of them. But they all died of radiation poisoning because they
Right.
did not travel outside of their own orbit
Right.
before, and they knew nothing about radiation. And
Right.
Rocky survived because, being an engineer, his workshop was buried deep within the ship, and surrounded by astrophage, which shielded him from the radiation.
Right.
So you're Rocky, all the scientists and everything that they brought to figure out what's going on, they're all gone.
Right.
So Rocky knew how to fly a ship. He knew how to fix it. He knew how to make anything, but he didn't know anything about how do we figure out what's going on here.
Right.
So that was all up to Ryan. So the 2 of them worked together and figured it out.
Yeah.
Fist bump.
Mhm. Bump my fist.
Bump my fist. No, fist my bump.
Fist my bump.
Fist my bump.
No, I thought he actually said, and again, we said this is going to be family friendly, but I thought there was a point where he actually said fist me, and I'm like,
He did.
Yes. Well, that's how it
Oh my
started.
God.
Fist me, and then it was fist my bump, and Ryan's just
Yeah.
like,
Ryland's like, no,
No.
we don't say that.
but like that's like the funny like moments
Yeah.
that I'm talking about, where it's just like, it's just hilarious. You're trying to
It's
save
so
the
good.
world, and an alien is trying
Fist
to
me.
say fist bump, but
Fist me.
that's just funny.
This book
Okay,
had
enough-
so many
enough.
real quick, like,
Yeah.
funny moments in it that just had me and Gary rolling. We were hysterical.
No, it was very funny.
But yes, so once they finally meet each other, Ryland and Rocky are both like, we have to rely on each other now at this point in order for both of us to survive, but for also both of us to make it back to our respective planets,
Right.
hopefully.
Right.
And Rocky was
So-
relying on Ryland to save his planet as well.
Yep. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So, and it was just neat. They went through this whole thing of how they figured out languages, and that's a whole. I think it was like 2 chapters devoted just to that.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Mhm.
Well,
pretty
not only
neat.
that, but Rocky doesn't see like humans see. He sees more in
Like a bat sonar,
Yeah.
passive
Right.
sonar he uses to see.
Echolocation.
Right. So he doesn't see in colors, and trying to describe colors was, a whole.
He doesn't see light at all.
thing.
I mean, the inside of Blip A is just complete darkness.
Right.
So Ryland, when they construct the tunnel, and he makes the what was it called, the xenonite clear, so that they can see each other through the tunnel without keeping each other's environment safe. Ryan's like, how come it's so dark over there? And he doesn't realize Rocky doesn't have any eyes. Rocky
Right.
uses sonar to see.
He's just a spider ball.
A lot of that kind of stuff went a little bit over my head.
Yeah, but see, I appreciated that because it wasn't just some alien guy walking out, hey, how you
Right.
doing,
No,
I have
you're
a universal translator. Let's talk to each other.
right. No, you're
Mhm.
right. It definitely makes for better storytelling, and
Correct.
it's just cooler to,
Yeah.
when everything makes sense. Even though
Right.
it doesn't make sense to me, but I'm sure like it
Yeah, but
you know.
the way they explained it with the science, and I don't know if it was all 100% accurate, but the way they explained it seemed to make sense. I was like, oh, okay, that sounds right.
So, fun fact, I don't know if any of you had done like any research on Andy Weir after you
Oh.
read this.
I thought you were going to say research on physics. No, Deb, I haven't.
But Andy Weir was a software engineer until he published The Martian. So Andy Weir is a very smart guy. And he has, I think he's got his PhD, if I'm not mistaken. One of my other friends had read this as well and did a lot more research than I did on Andy Weir. But so he's pretty accurate in what he is portraying.
Well, a lot of times you can bring in like consultants because they do that on TV
Correct.
shows all the
Oh
time.
yeah, I think it
Correct.
even says it in the book where he thanks so many people for information and
Right.
background knowledge.
Right. My physics extends to the Big Bang Theory, and that's about it.
But the way that they do break this down and make it digestible for everybody
Yes.
is,
Mhm.
I mean, top notch.
No, I really do agree. You don't need to be, scared to read some
No.
big words. It's
No.
all going to be very, explained
It
to
is
you.
broken down.
Right. So where do they go? They end up going to, was it a planet that they went to sample the air so they could figure out why this wasn't being
Right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the astrophage on the planet around Tau Ceti that had the Petrova line
Right.
was not dimming the star for some reason.
Right.
So they had to get a sample of that astrophage and try to figure out why isn't this astrophage dimming this star, but it's dimming our stars.
Right.
And by dimming the stars, you would, everybody thinks, so it dims it by, and wasn't going to dim it by a whole lot, but enough to upset the balance on Earth and on Arid.
Right.
Where eventually, plants wouldn't grow and just havoc.
Yeah.
Right. Even just a fraction of what we would normally have would be complete destruction.
Yeah.
Crops and everything. Yeah. I mean, I really didn't think of it that way but when they put it into perspective, I was like, oh my God, yeah. And then even more so towards the end when Strat is telling Ryland why he has to go, when she's saying, you think it's really just going to be famine? No, like countries are going to go to war over this because they're going to want to keep their people fed.
Exactly.
Like you don't really understand. It's not just that. It's going to be like
and
a complete shit show.
Some of the steps they took to slow down the cooling, blasting away the ice in Antarctica to release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere as a greenhouse gas. And, but they're like, we can only do this so many times before, it's too late. So this was pretty neat. I enjoyed reading all that part of it. It was great.
No, it was really cool.
I will admit some of this gave me anxiety.
It did not give me anxiety.
Because I was like, so our star's done. The sun's gonna just be gone.
Deb, you could read a book. Oh, he got on a plane. Oh my God.
Leave me alone. You think you're so funny.
I mean, he has a point.
Shut up.
Astrophage isn't real.
Planes are.
Planes are, and they do crash. So no, I won't get on one.
I'll take my chances.
No thanks.
Wednesday.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Wednesday.
That's right. Someone's going to Aruba on Wednesday.
So, but yeah, the book was great. I loved it.
Well, at that part also, when they're trying to get that sample of air, That's when I
Oh,
really
yes.
got a feel for how long they've been there, because
Yeah.
they say specifically that they had to make the chain by hand, and they were working 8 hours a day for, I don't know, something like 2 weeks. I'm like, they're
Right.
they're there just 2 weeks just making the chain to go get. I'm like, how long have they been there?
Right. But
Long
how
time.
long was Rocky there before Grace even showed up?
I don't remember.
And
46
Rocky's time.
years.
Yeah.
46 years?
46 years.
Rocky's amount of time and how they measure time on Irid is much faster than how we measure time.
Right.
So it was what? 1 Earth day equaled like
I forget what it
40s.
was.
I forget exactly the number, but
But it
like
was
double almost Rocky's time.
So,
Yeah.
but in Earth years, it was 46 years that Rocky was there by himself
That's crazy.
without, just what do we do? What do we do? And then,
Right.
But they also live much longer, these
yes,
creatures
yes.
from Arid. They
Yeah,
live,
he
what, like
was,
3-ish hundred years? Their life.
Something
no,
like that.
more like close to 700 because Rocky was almost 300 years old.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're like sea turtles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sea spiders.
Sea
Sea
spiders. Space spiders.
But eventually they figure out from getting the sample that astrophage has an enemy,
Mhm.
and it's Talmeba.
Yeah.
Who eat astrophage. So they get this sample and they go through testing and testing and testing and testing to figure out how to bring it home, I guess.
Well, no, they had to figure out how to make it live in their environments because the environment on the planet was different than the environment on Venus. Venus is the planet in Earth's system that was generating the astrophage that was dimming the sun.
Right.
And in Rocky's system, it was 3 World, I think, was generating. So they had to figure out how to make the Talmeba live in those environments.
Right.
Right.
So they built test containers, and they slowly they figured out it was nitrogen. Nitrogen in the smallest amounts would kill the astrophage.
Right.
Whereas
I thought nitrogen killed the Talmeba.
The Talmeba, sorry. And so they had to figure out how to make it live in environments that had, whatever it was, 6%, I think it was 6%, or 3.5% nitrogen, and then Rocky's World had 8% nitrogen. So they had to try to grow more of the Talmeba and make it resistant to nitrogen. So they had a set of tanks, and then Rocky built him tanks and test equipment, and they had tons of nitrogen on board because, that's a whole nother part of the book. How do you want to die? That kind of stuff.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So the other astronauts on the Hail Mary, before they had gone up onto, it was a one-way mission. Nobody was coming home.
It was a suicide mission.
Right.
Yes.
They couldn't grow enough astrophage to get them back in the amount of, it would take too long.
Right.
So they only could get them enough to get them there and to build these little, they called them beetles.
Yep.
Very small ships that they could put their findings in and send them back to Earth.
Send them back home. Correct.
But they couldn't make enough astrophage to get the whole Hail Mary back to Earth.
Right.
So they told them before they left, how do you want to go?
Yeah.
And
which is why
they had all the nitrogen on board.
Well, it was also why Dr. Grace did not want to go on this mission because he enjoyed his job teaching children.
Kids. Yeah.
So he didn't want to go on this mission because he was thinking about the kids. And he was like, I like my life here. I like what I do. Like, I don't want to die. But yeah, so they were,
Yeah. If you
they were
don't go,
asking.
no, there's no kids to teach.
Right.
Exactly.
So
I have to say, and this is more towards the end of the book, but we had in a text conversation, this had come up, and I want to say it now before I forget. So Dad had asked us, like, what did you guys think when you found out that Ryland did not want to be on the ship to go, that he was doing all this research, he was helping the crew, he was figuring out the best people to go, what they had to do. He was a big part of this, you know,
project
thing that was going to happen, but
and
he
then
wasn't
the two
supposed to be
scientists,
going.
right, that were both supposed to go a week before launch were killed in an explosion. So he was pretty much the only one left that knew what was going on.
Right. With the gene that could
With
live
the
through
gene
the
for
coma.
the extended coma.
And he said no. He said he wasn't going to go, and they forcefully made
And
him.
that's when you find out that the amnesia was not part of the medically induced coma. They gave him a drug so that when he woke up, he would not remember the fact that he didn't want to go, and he would work on the stuff before he remembered that I don't want to be here.
Right. Just relying on the other crew members that were there to
fill in the
like,
gaps.
this is why we're here, this is what we're doing, and like just pick up from there. Unfortunately, they didn't make it, so he had to figure it out on their own. I think Strat did what she had to do, to be honest with you.
She did.
Yeah. I really it sucks, but I really can't blame her for doing that.
She saved Earth. She saved all of humanity.
She had a short
by doing this.
amount of time to get the job done, and he was the only key that fit the lock that would make it work. So off you go. So she drugged him, forced him to go, put him on the ship, get out of here.
So
shot his ass into space.
I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
When he's the best person to go, and it was days before they were to launch.
Yeah.
You can't train somebody in
this.
Yeah,
and they said there was one other person, but she had like a bachelor's degree in,
just one of those.
Yeah, the field she needed to be in. And they're like,
PhD minimum for this.
It would take months to bring her up to speed. And he's like, I still don't want to go.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
So they made him go.
Yeah.
But then, after they figure out how to save both worlds and they cultivate the amoeba to make it work, Rocky says, why do you have to die here? I got plenty of astrophase fuel on my ship. I'll give you the fuel. You can go home.
Yeah.
Right.
And now the only problem is I don't have enough food, but, I can go back into the coma if I want to, or I can eat this pasty, gooey crap for a few years to get home. But he was going home.
Right.
He's gonna go
yes,
home.
he does find out that there is a way back. And that's when he starts crying and Rocky says, your face is leaking.
He's like, don't worry about it. It's a good leaking.
This one's good.
So then you think that's it.
Reading that part, I was like, oh,
he's gonna go give.
There's
he's gonna go give
this
Strat
just
some
gonna
crap.
end in like,
He's gonna go shove it up Strat's ass.
right?
Yeah.
But not everything turns out the way we hoped because some of the Talmeba escape.
Right, because once it escapes, now it eats the fuel that they use to get home, the regular astrophase, which doesn't have the nitrogen component to it.
Right.
And it eats it.
Yeah.
I will say I was very proud of myself in this part when he's trying to figure out why their fuel is gone and they're checking all of their, farming tanks and they're getting out of somewhere. I'm like, they've evolved from this whatever that metal it was.
Right.
Right.
Xenite.
I'm like
Xenonite.
there's something with the xenonite.
But it's and with me, as soon as he says that, he says, because Rocky built these storage tanks, and all these storage tanks are made out of this element that Rocky brought on. Rocky's whole ship is made out of this element that Grace calls xenonite. Well, the Tau amoeba can penetrate the xenonite. It takes time, but they can penetrate the xenonite.
Right.
So
they evolved
once Rocky or once Grace figures out that's how my fuel got ruined, and this is how it got escaped. As soon as I read that, I was like, Rocky's whole ship is made out of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is where I thought, I'm like, did Rocky fuck up this whole thing? I'm like, did he mess this up somehow? I thought it for a second, then I'm like, no, it couldn't be.
No, Rocky wasn't the scientist, so.
Right.
So, and as soon as that happened, I knew he's going back for Rocky.
Yeah.
So he
goes back.
He figures out what happened. He cleans everything up. So he saved his fuel, had enough fuel on the beetles to put the Tau amoeba and all his findings into the beetles, sent them to Earth, and then he goes back to save Rocky.
Yep.
Of course he did. It was a
because
bromance.
That's Rocky's. Yeah, that's Rocky and Dr. Grace are best friends at this point.
Yeah.
Because they just spent however many.
Yeah, how long it was.
There was a part.
There
was a part in the book where this is when they first find out that the Tau amoeba are eating the fuel. They don't know it in the moment, but the ship fails, and they have the generators have failed, and
everything shuts off.
I forget exactly the timeline of events, but the gravity from the planet that they're near is pulling them so close to the planet, and Ryland is like going to die because everything is pushing up against him, and Rocky escapes from his airtight tunnels that he has built throughout the ship and saves him, and in the process
sacrifices himself,
almost dies. I thought he was dead, and that's when I texted Deb. I'm like, what is happening?
You didn't text me.
It was late. I didn't know if you were up.
I'm old. I can't sleep.
But I really thought Rocky was toast because he literally got set on fire from going into Ryland's environment.
Because Rocky built tubes through the Hail Mary so that they could work together.
Right. Like a hamster
that would
thing,
that would stay in his environment. Now remember, his environment is extreme pressure, ammonia atmosphere, and heat, very, very hot.
Yeah.
And he left there to save Ryland. And then he does that, and also Rocky weighs, because of the pressure and everything, weighs like 300 something pounds.
Right.
So then Grace, when he recovers and wakes up, sees Rocky's outside of his environment, and he's like, I got to save Rocky. Doesn't know if he's still alive or not, but picks him up, gets him back to the airlock.
Immediately puts him down.
And almost kills himself putting him in, because once he opens the airlock, now it's the ammonia atmosphere.
Right.
Lungs, he breathed it in, so now he's got burns on his lungs, his
arms
all burned, and he passes out, and he's out for an extended period of time, and the nanny bot is taking care of him.
Nanny bot.
And he wakes up, and Rocky's still just laying there in his environment, not moving. So he doesn't know if he's
the
dead.
The nanny bot is
alive,
one thing I would not mind being real from this book. If I could just be like, coffee.
Oh, well.
Breakfast.
Yeah. Coma. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, we're just touching on it, but it's the nanny bot is the machine they built to take care of the 3 astronauts while
Right.
they were in their medically induced comas.
Right.
Right.
It would turn them so they wouldn't get bed sores. It would make sure that their intravenous food was going in. It would,
Mhm.
Clean them and wash them, during this, I think it was 4 years, right?
I think so.
Journey.
Yeah.
Something
So-
like that.
So anyway,
Rocky.
he goes back to save Rocky,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sure does.
and Rocky is still alive on his ship, but everything is gone. Everything is toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rocky's got no power. He's got no astrophage left. Everything is gone.
Yep.
So
and
Ryland has
he
to do a go ahead.
He goes back thinking like, I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna at least save my friend.
I'm gonna save
Right,
my friend and save his
exactly.
world. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. I can save Earth and I can save Rocky. I'll
die.
It'll
It's
be
fine.
okay. Yeah.
Right. So he gets Rocky, gets Rocky back into the Hail Mary. I mean, we're condensing it, but figures out how to find Rocky, first of all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Finds him, goes out. Rocky has enough power left to put the airlock back between the Hail Mary and Blip A, moves all this stuff back into the Hail Mary, and Grace takes him home to Arid.
Yep.
And that's where we find out that
I did. I got sad. I was like, oh my gosh. And then when we find out at the last chapter of the book, Ryland is living on Arid with
Right.
yeah.
They constructed him like
Rocky's
a dome to live in
Yeah.
on Arid with, Earth environment in it.
right. And he's living out his days, and he said he was old, but he's really only like 56 in it.
Yeah, but
Right.
they couldn't do anything about the gravity. So the gravity there
Right.
is like 1.5 times, and over,
Mm-hmm.
years, that just takes its toll.
Right.
Right.
And, he ends up being a teacher for all the little Arid children. And I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah. So he ends up being a teacher again. But Rocky's there. Rocky sees him, tells him,
Yeah.
oh, that's right. Yeah. In the last one, he says, Rocky comes to see him and tells him, he says, hey, we're watching, and your son's soul is now putting out more sunlight. The dimming has been reversed.
Yeah.
So he knows that Ryland saved Earth as well.
Yeah.
Right. The Beatles got back.
I love that they named them Beatles.
John, Paul, George, and Ringo. Yeah.
I love that they named them the Beatles too, and I understand why they called the ship the Hail Mary. But if you're carrying the Beatles, it should have been the Yellow Submarine. I'm sorry.
It should have. That's great.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Project
what a good
Yellow
book.
Submarine.
Yeah, not a bestseller.
No.
No.
Project Hail Mary.
I'm not picking that one up.
Hey, you wouldn't have picked this one up unless Deb
I wouldn't
started
admit,
it,
you're right,
and I started it, and then you read it.
Because I haven't read a book since, other than a manual, I haven't read a book since, Stephen King years
Catholic
and years
school.
ago. Yeah. Let's not go there.
All right. So we've gone through a quick, we've gone through points that we like. We've gone through the whole story. Overall, what do we all think about this? I might
5
differ
stars.
from, okay. 5 stars for Deb. Dad, on a scale of 1 to 5, how many
Well, I'm not
stars
going to
would you
give it 5
this?
stars because I don't know, but I'll give it 4.5 stars.
See, he's like me. He's like me.
Yeah. He's stingy with this 5 stars.
Well, I can't,
I gave it-
something else
just
better might come
give it out
along.
to everybody.
I gave it 4 on Goodreads. In my mind, I'm at 3.5, but you can't do half stars, and it does not deserve a 3. It just took me a while to get through this.
Well,
and
you're
it's
not a science.
because of
You're
yeah,
admittedly not a science person, not
right.
a science fiction
No,
person.
I like science. I do, but
Not
it's
to
not
this
the thing I want to
extent.
read about for fun. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Oh, see, I
S-
am. It is for
Ugh.
me.
So it definitely does not deserve a 3. More towards the 4, but it just took me a while because there was nothing pulling me to say, like, you have to finish this. Oh my God, you have to finish this. I'm like, it's really good. I'll finish it when I finish it.
Yeah, it wasn't like that for me. As soon as I got to that point, boom, I finished it in 2 days.
So when we started this, Gary and I started the audiobook in the car coming down for Thanksgiving. And I kept saying to him, we did it on his phone for his Audible account. And I kept saying to him, I need you to give me your Audible stuff because I need to finish. And it took me a little bit longer than what I had wanted to finish it. But man, so good.
No, it was
loved it.
really, I enjoyed it very much. I'm not saying it was not bad in any sense of the word. I personally think I will enjoy the movie more.
I'll watch the
I've
movie.
seen
I'll
the
have to see
trailers.
how.
They look
yeah.
really good.
I don't know how I feel about Ryan Gosling being our
Oh, I think
Dr.
he'll
Ryland
be
Grace.
fine.
I think we needed
Henry
somebody
Cavill.
else. Yes, correct. No, I think we needed what's his name that plays Bruce Bruce Banner, the Hulk.
No,
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 definitely
No?
not. No,
no way.
no.
Robert Downey Jr.
I'll take that over
He could have.
that.
He
Yes.
probably could have pulled it off, but
Okay.
I
But
think
not-
he's
I
supposed to
don't
be
know.
a
I
little
don't know
bit
how I feel
younger
about
though.
Ryan.
Like, well,
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know
still-
how
yeah, he's
old
supposed to be-
Ryan Gosling is, but he looks like I think it'll be okay.
yeah.
When I think of scientist, I don't think of Ryan Gosling. I
No.
also don't think every book needs a movie adaptation.
No, I don't think so either, but this is like I think it's going to be good. And I don't say that about I don't
Fingers
watch new
crossed.
stuff. I don't watch
No, I know
new
you
things that come out. So I think this is actually going to be good. What do you say? Family movie night? Deb, come on down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We'll all start it at the same time.
There's a movie theater around here, isn't there?
Just one in Southport, and then otherwise you got to go to Wilmington.
Oh, no, not doing that. That's too far to go watch a movie.
Okay.
All right. So who would we recommend this book to?
Everybody who enjoys a sci-fi and or just straight science.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Because
told Uncle
Gary-
Jimmy to read it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Uncle Jimmy would enjoy this.
I think so too.
Gary loved it. He's not he's a huge fantasy fan. He hasn't been too big into the sci-fi scene, but this really kind of kick-started that for him.
Okay. And you can't go by me. I would say if you have any interest in space, science, sci-fi, pick it up because you're not going to need to know the terminology to understand and have a good time with it.
Right.
So if you have just the slightest interest in it, it's really, really good. The
Yeah.
story is fantastic. It's comical when it needs to be, and you're not going to be bored. I wasn't bored reading this. I was just busy, So things took, priority over this, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. And I think that if you have any, interest in this kind of thing, you'll definitely like this book. If you're not,
Yeah.
if you only want to read romance, if you only want to read smut, don't read this. No.
Yep.
But
Or Dad.
No comment.
Hey, Uncle Jimmy's reading Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal, and I am like
Yeah.
this. I'm like, he will never look
He's
at us
having
again.
a great time.
Yeah, he's only 50 pages in.
Yeah, he's got like 200 to go, and then we're gonna get texts like, "I don't know you."
Listen, if you listened to our episode, he knows everything that happens in it. So
I was told I wasn't
mean,
allowed to listen to that episode.
no, it's not that you're not allowed to listen to them. It's that we
No
don't want to
comment.
know that you don't.
yeah, we don't want to know that
listening.
you listen to them.
Right. Because we read raunchy shit all the time.
But not this one.
No,
We're
not this one.
starting 2026 off on a clean start.
A clean star.
All right.
Oh boy. Anyway,
Oh boy.
anything that we need to add to wrap up to this book?
No, I mean, we
Any hot
even-
takes, any recommendations, any one-liners that we would like to put out there for people that might be on the fence?
No, I'm just saying, even though we kind of got into depth, there's still just so much more that we didn't
Yeah.
cover
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
in the book.
Right.
The details, you know,
Yeah.
it was just a really good read.
Yeah.
It's excellent. And actually, when we were in Target a couple weeks ago, right before we went up to Jersey, they picked up this book in the book aisle of Target, and they go, I don't know if he's really going to like it. And I said, it is excellent. And she actually said, would you recommend it for a grumpy older man who loves science? And I said, yes, 100%.
What? Who's old?
Not you.
Who's grumpy?
You mean Grampy? Yes.
Crampy, not grumpy.
Grampy, not grumpy.
That's so funny you say that, Deb, because I stand in the book aisle all the time, and while people are looking at books, like I kind of want to like nudge them and be like, that one's
one.
good.
Get
I've
that
read
one.
that one. That
and
one
that
sucks.
one. And that one.
I do that too. I'm like, but I never say anything.
I had to. She was shopping with her mom, and if it were anything like on the darker side, I'd probably keep my mouth shut. But I actually turned to Gary and I said, are you going to say it or am I going to say it? And he
I
was
love
like,
that.
you could go ahead and say it. And I was like, it's great. You got to get it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But yeah, it's hard to get into the details in a, 1 hour-ish podcast on,
Mhm.
There's
how
so
many
much.
475 page-ish book.
It goes quick though. It does.
Well, for me, it did not, but it's not because it's not a good read. It's an excellent read. It's been a busy 2 weeks, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Holidays and
holidays.
shit.
You got kids and all of that stuff.
So I do
There's that.
highly recommend it. Anybody even slightly interested in science, sci-fi, go for it.
Right up.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yes, I appreciate it, and I thank you for sending it over because I really did enjoy
Oh,
it.
good. Well,
Hooray.
I gave Dad Red Rising today. I haven't even read it yet, but I
haven't
know I'm
either.
not going to pick it up for a while, so he has a copy of it now.
All right.
He'll read it
has
first.
He likes it.
Okay, well, I'll give it a shot on the plane. I'll be reading
I
it.
know. I wish we had more recommendations for you of this kind of book, but we just,
Well,
So
have
I
your
think-
listeners could send in some recommendations.
yes.
If you liked
Please.
Project Hail Mary, what else did you like? Send it
He
in.
already saw The Martian, so that's out.
Yeah, I mean, if I didn't see the movie, I would read the book. But once I saw the movie, I'm not gonna.
I didn't
'Cause-
see the movie,
'cause
so
I-
maybe I should.
I
I
read
know
it.
what's
haven't.
happening. So the
Right.
book is like a movie to me. If I know what's going to happen at the end, I'm not going to read it.
Right. You're going to have like the little differences, but overall, the whole storyline is going to be the same.
Right.
Right. So, and I did like the movie, The Martian.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
Not
Maybe
crazy
I'll
about
read
Matt
it.
Damon, but it was still good.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. What is that from?
Stop.
What is that from?
Team America.
Yes.
World. Matt Damon.
America. Yeah. Told Dad to read Fourth Wing.
Yeah, but then you gave me this. You were going to give me this like hardbound copy of it, and I was like, no. I know
Dad,
you.
He goes. I handed it to him. I said, if you can be very careful.
I was like,
you can have
no.
this. He's like,
I'll-
never
It's like
mind.
Give me the other one.
Right. Give me the paperback, please.
Yeah. I'll read that.
Right.
You can borrow it if you need. Just keep it home, not Aruba.
I mean, you might like it.
I'll give it a
Stephen
try.
likes it.
I'll give it a try.
Stephen also it says he skipped over some of it.
Yeah, I don't think he did. I think he did. Because when
I
I
don't think he did
reference
either.
it, he knows what I'm talking about. So I'm like, you did not skip that.
I don't know if Dad's going to like it.
Well, if anyone has any recommendations for Dad, any sci-fi-ish recommendations for books that he
Mhm.
can read, Deb and I would also love to hear that. So please let
Yeah.
us know.
We are broadening our horizons in 2026.
Yes, that is a goal. We're going to read more things. We're going to get on the social media, not just clips, but I think Deb and I are going to show our actual faces doing things a little bit more. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. People might run from us.
It'll be fine. It will be fine. And then I think next week, Deb and I will be coming back and letting you know our hopefuls.
Yes.
We say hopefuls very loosely.
Yes.
There will be a lot
because
on there. Some of them will not get read, but we'll let you know what we think.
We had some seasonal hopefuls and we really did not get through those. So we're
Yeah.
going to.
Yeah.
We'll
Well, the end of the
see.
year is busy. So maybe if we just tell you at the beginning of the year what we want to read, just give us a couple.
Right.
Those we can get through.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We
If it
will
doesn't
see.
work, then next year we won't do it. Anything to add to our first episode of 2026, Dad, Deb?
Nope,
No.
I'm good.
I'm
All
good.
right. Dad, thank you so much for coming
Yeah,
on.
thanks,
Thank you
Dad.
for being
You're
our
welcome.
first
Thank you.
guest of the year, first guy guest.
Thanks for
Mhm.
inviting me. I hope I didn't disappoint.
Of course not.
No, definitely
You
not.
no. You explained the science where I just couldn't get it.
Indeed.
As best I could.
All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for being here. Deb and I will be back next week with our hopefuls for this year. And do we have a new tagline, Deb? I'm not sure if we decided what we're doing with that.
Yeah, we're keeping it whatever. Goodbye.
Oh, okay. Well, hold that for a second. If you want to see more of John, give him some recommendations, and then maybe we'll have him back. We'll see.
Yep.
This was your probationary period, Dad.
Your trial run.
All right.
Thank you, Dad. We love you. All
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Dad. Love you.
right, Deb, our
welcome.
tagline.
Okay, whatever. Goodbye.
Whatever. Goodbye.